Hey, welcome back. It's 5 Minutes with Mike. And today I want to talk to you about a topic called change, but maybe from a different perspective that you haven't thought of. And that is that we all know that change is a constant, and it's something that people fight, right? They fight change believing they know how to win the battle, right? All the while they're remaining blind to the fact that change, which is never ending, is here to guide us to a deeper understanding of who we are and why we're here. So you have to learn to let go and trust your heart, allowing it to guide you down the path, because logic, your mind, is going to be worried about making you safe. So it's not going to allow you to step into the unknown willingly, right? So this idea of change becomes a risk, is unknown. Your mind is like, hang on, we're not sure what's happening. But our heart is like, potential, possibility. You are strong, right? So we need to listen to our heart. Um, think about this. This is a story that was shared with me once, and I think it's very poignant and makes sense to what we're talking about today. Let go and trust your heart, right? Allow it to guide you down the path like a mother would a blind child, right? If you've ever stopped to watch this, if you've ever had the benefit from learning from this, to see this on your own, then you know how beautiful this is. The mother of the blind child, doesn't use brute force and willpower to shape and guide the child down the path, right? It's a loving, gentle touch, on the arm or on the shoulder. And the mom lets the child discover their own way down the path, right? The blindness of the child in no way prevents them from experiencing the beauty of the things along the path, like a flower, right? The mother will maybe quietly describe the beauty of the flower as she sees it, but with very intentional love, right? And it's not diminished because the child cannot see it. The beauty of the flower is there regardless. It is enhanced actually by the sharing of the moment. And so, what I want to point out is that we are all being guided. We are all being led and nudged and prodded. And yet, most of us continue to fight and struggle to walk that own unique path that we have, right? So we have to understand that the power of our heart and the power of us to listen to what is going on, and I don't just mean listen as in audibly, but listen to our own heart intuitively, and let that guide you down the path, right? The reality is this: there's a calling, there's a need for all of us to find a community, a need to find one's way. And sometimes we can do this brilliantly, and then sometimes this only happens through failure. But you've got to know and understand that it's going to happen, right? There's one certainty. We all are here seeking the way, right? To travel along these different paths while gathering together in a truly human spirit of collaboration. So although all of us are unlike in attitude and desire and fears and talents, it doesn't matter. We're all drawn to serve that common purpose of leadership that is heart-centric, right? How do I lead myself so that I may lead others? In an organization or in my family. When you decide to take account of your life, pausing to consider where you are and who you've chosen to become, it is often in that moment of self-reflection that you realize who you are is not who you were really meant to be. For some, this creates anxiety. In others, depression. And yet for many of us, it's the first time we've really experienced what it feels like to be courageous. The reality is that deep down, all of us, are sublimely brilliant, right? We're breathtakingly courageous, and we're powerful beyond measure. What the moment of newfound self-reflective courage can provide you is the energy to step up and begin leading your life in alignment with this powerful awakening. It is a simple thing to be you, and yet at the same time, it can be the most difficult thing we've ever done. It requires commitment and persistence, and absolutely a dogged determination to refuse to see yourself as anything except uniquely brilliant and connected to all of humanity, right? When you remember that change is the only thing that is the stable condition in our life, right? Leaders and organizations have to develop a high degree of flexibility and a strong capacity for change while maintaining a firm sense of direction. Knowing this to be true, the question then becomes, what type of leadership provides stability and direction in chaotic, ever-changing times? For me, it's one, heart-centric leadership. Heart-centric leadership and leaders are people that not only understand this truth about change, but will also graciously see people for whom they are and empower them so they can grow into who they were meant to be. Heart-centric leaders, they're massively empathetic, yet absolutely resolute about being authentic and honest. They're value-driven, consciously directed. They are present in every sense of the word and work tirelessly to create supportive environments where other people can see themselves as opposed to a reflection of themselves. When you lead with your heart, allowing it to speak, if you will, you are stronger than any authority or title given. You see clearer. You speak with more purposeful intention. You are what I like to call actively patient, right? You are not trying to control time, but you are intentionally carried by time. You assertively carry on in your journey, knowing that those decisions that you make with your heart are in alignment with serving a purpose greater than yourself. Heart-centric people, heart-centric leaders, they're the key to this idea of multidimensional change in any organization or in our lives. You can transform others. You can transform a team. You can transform an entire organizational culture. Embrace change and redirect that energy towards collective brilliance by going to your heart and practicing what your core values tell you. Right? So always connect the unconnected. Always be the change you want to see. Always start with yourself internally to transform externally. Till next time, it's 5 Minutes with Mike. Peace!